Speaking of Belfry, another season, another state championship appearance for the Pirates, who for the second consecutive season returned to Pond Creek as the Class 3A state champions. While the expectations may be just as high and in some cases maybe even higher, there will be some growing pains early, but the primary goal is to be their best in November. The Pirates come in at number 3 in our countdown. The last 2 seasons have produced back-to-back state championships for the Belfry Pirates, but that success means little for this season.
Coach brought up the fact that the last 2 state championships, they're in the past. And we got a whole lot of new faces, new people, new leaders. We need to step up to get back to Bowling Green.
This season, the Pirates must find players who are going to set an example and ultimately lead the team back to state.
We have more seniors this year. I think more of us are going to lead.
That leadership kind of evolves, I think by how hard kids play and how hard they work and players kind of earn their respect, and get in that kind of position. So that's kind of I don't you kind of worry about it, but you don't worry about it. You feel like it will definitely come about.
Although Belfry lost only a small number of seniors last season, their production is what may take some time to replace.
We lost not a whole lot of seniors, but we lost some very talented kids last year. And our quarterback, our fullback, Austin Hatfield, we lost both linebackers, we lost safeties, and the defensive lineman or 2, just really key guys that made some great plays for us over the course of the year. So we've got some concerns, and day at a time, and hopefully things will fall into place somewhere down the road.
Especially defensively, where once again the Pirates are left with having to replace 2 of the team's 4 leading tacklers.
We're going to have to find guys to filter in those positions. Hopefully that some of the guys that played last year will take up the slack a little bit. Maybe they'll be some of the guys that will be making some of the plays.
Not to mention bringing in their 3rd starting quarterback in as many seasons, with the previous 2 producing state titles.
We've got a youngster, Noah Corbett, this year that filled in 3 or 4 games last year. He wasn't quite ready, but he did adequately. He filled in very, very admirably and got some game experience in some very key games, so he does have some experience.
However, this Belfry team is not unlike any other.
Keep your mind right. That's what Coach preaches on. He tells us not to listen to media, parents, publicists, newspapers. He says, because they'll talk us up, and it's his job to bring us back down to reality, tell us what we really are.
It knows the destination is just as important as the journey.
But we do feel like if you can get a little better each day, and if you can do that each week, that over a period of time you can make some drastic improvements, and we've been able to do that, because usually we're a lot different at the end of the year than we are at the beginning of the year.
Enduring the process of bettering itself each and every day to become the best version of itself just in time for the postseason. Realignment moves Belfry from District 8 to District 6 this season, but familiar district opponents Sheldon Clark, Lawrence County, and Pike County Central remain on the Pirates' schedule. The season begins at home in the Pike County Bowl against the Tates Creek Commodores. Other key non-district games include a home game with Newport Central Catholic, Pikeville, and Johnson Central, as well as a visit to Harlan County.